rifling them off right now. Look at that, that's how you front blunt. Boom. Boom. What's that, like 12 in a row? I hope you're counting. Boom, another one. Boom, another one. Let's keep counting. Keep counting. Because I lost track. He's still going. He's still going. Hello beautiful people. Today we're at Print Skate Park here in Oceanside. I got my roommate Big Al. He's gonna be teaching me how to do frontside blunts. I've never done this trick. I've kind of like tinkered around with it, posed it, bailed it, but I've never really figured it out. And he's got really good front blunts. So hopefully throughout this like kind of 1 hour progression session, I can learn front blunts. He told me first place that we're gonna start is actually on a curb to get used to the front blunt. So let's get Al's tips and suggestions as hopefully I can learn this throughout this video. Curb, curb, 2 curbs. All right, Big Al's gonna give me some tips for front blunting on the curb. This is where he suggests that you start, and if you don't know, Big Al can pretty much front blunt anything, so you gotta listen when somebody knows the trick. So he's gonna give me some tips, and then we'll kind of just go through the process of trying the front blunt on the curb first.
The reason we're trying it on the curb, I know a lot of you are being like, why are you trying it on a curb and then taking it to transition? The reason for that is the pop out of a front blunt is the same for any sort of feature that you hit in skateboarding, whether even if it's a rail, a ledge, a curb, you know, it's the pop out is the same. And then once you take it to transition, it's all commitment.
And it's less intimidating from like a non-experienced factor. So like the curb is less intimidating than like trying to ride down transition because you have to be on top of your board correctly. So the curb is gonna give me, personally, someone that doesn't know how to do it, more margin for error, I think, as well.
You actually nailed it on that, and I'm going to include that tip in my video right now. So let me.
Yeah, Al's making a front blunt video too. I'll link it like at the end of this video. So he's making a video on how to do it. I'm making a video on how to learn it. So make sure you check out that video from a more experienced mindset. I got a few frontside blunts on the curb. Not very good, but I'm getting used to the motion of my shoulders turning and kind of pinching it. And this is where my feet are on the board. I'm kind of hanging my back foot over the tail just a little bit, and then my front foot is almost evenly distributed around the front and the back, so that I have like a little bit of a gorilla grip. So now that I got a few on the curb, I'm gonna try some on the transition. Jonas, a friend that's here, he just made a really good point. It's actually might be a little bit harder on the transition. I thought it would be easier because you're not gonna get that sort of leverage that you can get on a curb. On a curb, you can really go on the other side and zing out. So I'm not gonna get that leverage on transition. I'm gonna try some on this quarter pipe right here. It's about like 2.5 feet, so it's not too big. There's no coping on there, it's noping. So I think that's really gonna be a struggle to like find that pinch spot. However, it's nice and small, so slamming won't be too harsh. Let me give a few a try. I'm a little intimidated, but I feel a little more confident that I got a few on the curb. The problem that I'm having right now is just like, I feel like I have to commit to the frontside blunt before I even go up and attempt it. So I need to kind of like, just before I even try it, have my shoulders turn and just go for it. So I might have to take a couple slams before I actually figure it out. I'm gonna try to commit to the next 3, at least one of the next 3, and just go for it and see what happens so that I can learn from whatever mistakes that I make. stoked. I got a few. I got like 3 good ones. One that I really popped out on the smaller transition. We're gonna try to move it to a little bit bigger transition, see if I can really feel it out. Well, I'm definitely learning this trick. What I've really realized, a lot of it is in the shoulders, and you're kind of committing before you even churn. Like you almost have to commit, either take the slam or go for it. That's a kind of weird thing about this trick. There's no like easy way out. It's an all or nothing kind of trick. So we're gonna try a few more on the little bit bigger transition. Hopefully I can master this technique. Thanks to Al for really helping me. It's really helpful to like watch other people do tricks. So I was watching him do front blunts using all sorts of different versions. It really helped me kind of like see what I need to do myself. So let's jump into some of the bigger transition. Yeah. So I'm having a hard time getting the front blunt on coping. It's just really intimidating and scary. I got it on the curb, I got it on the small noping. So now I'm at Bishop Skate Park, different from Prince, because there's just like 1 foot quarter pipe. It's really small, but has coping. So I'm gonna try a few on there, try to get used to it, and then work my way up. Hopefully make it onto like a 3 or 4 foot quarter pipe. But it's a lot different from coping, no coping, and curves. It's just all a little bit different. So hopefully I can figure it out on the coping and then work myself up to some bigger transition and really figure this trick out. You might be thinking, that is way too small of a quarter pipe to be learning front blunts on. You're an old man, what are you thinking? But the thing about the smaller one is about repetition, because this trick you can't really figure out. There's no like halfway point where you can sort of almost try it and go for it. You have to really go for it. So the smaller quarter pipe helps you get your confidence up for then going up onto a bigger quarter pipe. So I got a few on there on the coping. That was the first one, pretty hyped. Try to bring them to a little bit of a bigger quarter pipe. Now that I have the confidence for actually just turning my shoulders and fully going for it. And one thing that I definitely learned from that quick little progression session is that there's not much of a pop out. You don't really have to pop out of this trick. It's really all about just using that pinch part of your tail and the coping and turning your shoulders out. Okay, so I'm gonna try it over there on that quarter pipe. What is that, like 3 feet?
I'd say that's about 3.5.
3.5 feet. So I'm going from 1 foot to 3.5 foot. There's no other quarter pipe here. So that's what I'm gonna try it on. Wish me luck.
It's honestly a little bit easier too on a little bit bigger quarter pipe versus doing it on a smaller quarter pipe. 3.5 foot will give them more leverage to pop out.
That was a super sketchy landing, but I'm stoked. I was going through like a mental battle right there. I just told myself I had to commit to one and just like be willing to slam that one. I happened to land it, it was sketchy. I'm gonna try a few more. I have the master of front blunt, Al himself, film me and see if I can get some in like the next 5 tries. See if I really got it, because I definitely haven't learned the front blunt, but I'm learning it for sure. I'm so stoked. Don't get me wrong, I didn't land it how I wanted to, but I'm still stoked.
You good, brother? Yes!
Thank you.
Yes!
I was like so in my own head right there. Like skateboarding is so mental. Like I'm gonna be honest, someone was trying to tell me what to do, and then all I was thinking about was like what they were telling me, and I wasn't focused on what I knew and what I was learning. I got to get to work soon, so can't spend too long on front blunts today. Wow, Al's just rifling them off right now. Look at that. That's how you front blunt. Boom. Boom. What's that, like 12 in a row? I hope you're counting. Boom. Another one. Boom. Another one. Let's keep counting. Keep counting. Because I lost track. He's still going. He's still going. He's still going. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh, didn't phase him. Oh my God. How many can he do? Oh my goodness. Wow, Al. Can you front blunt?
I can front blunt. You want to see a front blunt?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, as I was saying, I got to get to work, so I don't know how many more tries I can front blunt on this transition, but I am hyped to just get them on some smaller transition. I'll definitely be back here in like the next couple of days. I'm trying to learn how to invert right now. I have this like really bad dog bite essentially on my finger. Yeah, got bit by my dog, and it's been hard to kind of plant my hand, so I'm trying to like mess around with other tricks in the in-between time. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this little process of learning how to frontside blunt. Let me know some tips down below. Shout out to Al. You're insane.
Thanks.
Al's video will be right here on the screen. Let me know down below in the comment section how many front blunts you just did, because neither of us know. We'll see you in the next one. Mash.